Back to September 15th, 2 Sundays ago in Houston, he had the spat with Doug Marrone, had to be separated on the sideline in a loss to the Texans. The next day, Ramsey demanded a trade, a fact which he said he didn't leak to the media. And then this week, he missed practice on Monday due to an illness, on Wednesday with a back problem. Now he's gone from the team for the birth of his second child. So what does all this mean, Josina, coming up on Sunday?
Okay, again, so a source again underlined Jalen Ramsey's stance has not changed with regards to wanting to be a member of the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is a player, a star player, some who may say top 10 player in the NFL, who thinks that his value is better expressed on another team. Now, coincidentally, the birth of his child, as I'm hearing, is coming before Sunday's game at Denver. Okay. So that presents somewhat of a timeline there. Yes, he was ill. Going to underline that. I'm not going to go into a degree of illness, but all these things are happening. Now it's up to Jalen Ramsey and the team to determine which side is going to relent first. Because as we underlined just a couple minutes ago, Jalen Ramsey is still under contract. So although he wants to be with another team, he can't force his way there. But we also have to see how long are the Jaguars going to deal with the situation. What's their fatigue level?
Yes.
Can they win without him?
Right. How long of a leash do they give him? If his child is born today or tomorrow and he doesn't show up on Sunday, what do they do? So it's a kind of a murky situation.
And his leverage can raise while he's out as well in terms of how much you need him. Yep. DJ Hayden and those guys have to step up in his absence.
All right, we'll be watching this. Josina giving us the very latest on the situation with Ramsey there and the Jags. Carrie?
All right, David. So through the first 3 games of the season, the Eagles lead the league in drops. 11 in all, including 7 in a loss to the Lions. But remember, they were missing their 2 best wideouts in Alshon Jeffrey and Deshaun Jackson. Jackson is ruled out tonight with an ab injury, while Jeffrey is expected to be on the field. Here's our Sal Powell with their plan to autocorrect against the Packers tonight.
It's not that the Eagles lost at home on Sunday to Detroit. It's the way they lost. Rookies fumbling.
Sanders again. Big surge by the line that time. Lions came out of there with a football. They say it's theirs. That is 2 fumbles on this drive by the rookie Sanders.
And veterans letting the game slip through their fingers.
The ball was in his hands, and he simply dropped it. It's dropped by Goddard. It was a touchdown, and he dropped it.
Now, on a short week, the Eagles must go into Lambeau to face the 3-0 Packers on national TV.
Honestly, really excited to be on national television again and get the last game out of our mouths and go show what we can do.
It's up to Carson Wentz to get the team and the season back on track. First up, eliminate the sloppy play.
We're going to keep building those guys up and keep telling them, hey, the ball's coming right back to them. That's kind of the mindset that we have around here. And, we're all going to make mistakes. We just got to learn from it and keep getting better with it. And I'm going to keep trusting them and giving them chances to make plays. And I'm confident that they'll make them.
I think it's a test of our entire team. I think, it'll reflect a lot about, our leadership. It'll reflect a lot about, our coaches and who we put on the field.
Obviously, 1-2, not where we thought we would be, not where we want to be. But still 13 games to go. The season hasn't been decided by any means.
We're not really looking at this as a bad spot. We're 1-2, yeah, but we have a lot of the season left. Little things here and there in each game that we know we're going to get corrected, and we're going to be in a good spot. And like I said, we're excited Thursday night to go show what we can do and get going back in the win column.
Okay, so good friend Victor Cruz joining us here on Coast to Coast. So, Vic, the Eagles are in need of a win tonight. We just heard Carson Wentz say that everybody makes mistakes. His receivers will keep getting the ball. I heard you this morning on Golic and Wingo. You were talking about it. You played the position. How do you get your head back in the game after so many drops?
First of all, Carrie, thank you for tuning into Golic and Wingo on me this morning. Appreciate that. Well, I think first and foremost, he has to kind of build the confidence of his receivers again. And I think he did that. I heard earlier in the week after the game, after a practice, he pulled his receivers to the side and kind of had, after practice, and kind of started to throw them the ball and start to talk through some offense and trying to get those guys back on the same page and build that confidence back up. I've been in a position where you drop a couple balls in a game, your psyche's off, your confidence is off, and you need your quarterback to kind of come in and say, hey, I got you. You're our guy. We're going to need you to win football games, and you're going to have to catch the ball for us. And it's that confidence that you need as a receiver to say, okay, I know I had some drops, I know I had a bad game, but I need to shake this off because my quarterback and my team is going to continue to depend on me moving forward, and I got to make plays.
They say the greats have amnesia, so that's great information.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, it certainly won't be an easy task for that offense against that much improved Green Bay defense. In your opinion, what have you seen? What stands out about the Packers D?
Well, first and foremost, you got to look at the Smiths. You got to look at Preston and Zadarius Smith. Those guys combined for 7.5 sacks right now in the early part of this season, and they're getting to the quarterback, and they understand that they need to get to the quarterback to help that secondary out, so they're not, back there guarding and defending for long periods of time, because that's how plays just open up. I think that front seven is getting to the football, they're getting to the quarterback, they're running around, they're making tackles, and in turn, you're seeing Aaron Rodgers. I know he got off to a slow start, but they're 3-0, and I think they're trending upward, which is exactly where Green Bay wants to be.